Hello everyone, my name is Jen and welcome to the Book Refuge. Alright, hi everybody. So, I was gonna say I'm filming a bit differently, but it won't look like a ton bit differently to you guys because I do film some of my videos on my couch now. But part of it is I didn't want to pull out my lights today. So we're going to work with the natural light to the best of its ability. And I'm sitting on my couch because I don't want to sit on the floor today. And we're going to do this video idea that is actually being sponsored by my channel members. And I will admit that the idea sounded like that'll be a cool idea because my channel members at a certain level and above get to vote on a video topic every month. And I wasn't sure like which one I wanted to do. Usually I have the ideas all like ready to go and I have them pick one. And this time I like wasn't sure which way I wanted to go. So I just threw out a few ideas to see like what they wanted the most. And they picked this one pretty much unanimously. And then when I went to try, like, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this video. I'm kind of like, oh wait, how will I do this? Because this is the type of video I know a lot of people do like a screen recording for. And as I've said before, that's not going to be anything I ever do. I'm not interested in doing screen recordings. I'm just not. They're not my thing. But I do need to use my computer for this. So I'll just have to articulate to you what I'm seeing here. And, you know, you can tell based on the title, this is going to be like reacting to I think it'll end up being 1-star reviews. I think that's how I'm going to do it. I had wanted it to not be like reacting to 1 star. So this was originally going to be like books that I love that have low ratings. And I was going to do it kind of like I just picked 10 of those and talked about them. But I decided to do it a little differently so that it is like a reaction video. So we are going to be looking at a few 1-star reviews for things. So because that is kind of like a chatty video. It's not really a recommendation video. It's more of like a chatty video. And that's what I was in the mood for today. So what I have done is on my Goodreads, I have made playlists for the last 4 years, I want to call them playlists, bookshelves. I have made bookshelves for the last 4 years that have all of my 6-star books in them. And so what I did is I put all of the books in those, and then in how you sort it, I have it sorted by the average rating, and then I also added in the thing of how many ratings there are so we can do that. Because generally when you get over a certain amount of ratings, like it's tough to have a high rating no matter what, because you have people who've rated it just to be a troll. You have people who genuinely do dislike it, which is totally fine. And then, you know, there's just a lot. There's a lot that you have going on there. So what we're going to do is we're going to start in 2021 and I'm going to pick, I think, maybe 3 from each year, and we'll go into one of those that I think I'll kind of try to pick the one that has like the lowest rating, so there'll be some real disparity between ones that I gave 6-star and ones that I gave less, and I'll read a couple reviews and get a little bit sassy with them. So I don't have my tea, but I do have my coffee, and we'll snap back about a few of them, right? Okay, so 2021, I had 32 books that I gave 6 stars to. So I'm going to sort these by the lowest rating. Oh, this is so funny. Okay, I'm already intrigued by this because I was also a much more lenient rater back then. I've definitely got a bit tougher now. So the one with the lowest rating that I rated 6 stars was Neon Gods by Katie Robert. The average rating is 3.69, which that's kind of funny, out of 275,000 reads. So definitely intense. I don't think I'll read, like I'm going to pick the ones that I read the reviews for. Okay. And that one, I can say, I don't still feel like that one's a 6-star book anymore. So I'll probably agree with a few of the things they say. Let's go with, okay, Lessons in Sin by Pam Godwin. let me open that one here. So this one has a 4.0, which, I mean, that's not terribly low. But again, we're going to read it's not just about what the average rating is. I'm going to read some 1-star reviews. This one has a 4.0, which, great grade if you look at it that way. And it's out of 23-ish thousand reviews. And yeah, I love this. I read an arc of this one. It was fantastic. 6 stars. So good. So let's go to the reviews. Go to the reviews and filter by. Let's go look at the 1-star reviews. Okay. And then finding ones that are actually written. Okay, so here's one. Ooh. Okay. This one gets a real... Okay, we'll do this one. This one for Lessons in Sin says, shame. Shame on the author. Shame on the editor. Shame on the publisher. Shame on the man who modeled for the cover. And especially shame on all of you weirdos who gave this a 5-star. I am judging you. We're starting off great. Okay, never mind. Maybe this will be fun. I love that shit. Okay, whatever. It's teacher, student. Personally, that always weirded me out, but it's good for some. But why make him 40? Creepy and weird. Every time I was like, oh, this book isn't that bad, I remember he's 2 generations older than her. And yuck, he's 2 generations? You mean 2 decades? Each decade isn't a generation. Whatever. Jesus now, for all of you. And he's a priest. I feel like when authors write stuff like this, it shows their own personal fantasies. Like, okay, Pam, you didn't get any dick when you were miserable in an all-girls school, but don't take it out on us, honey. Therapy is a better route. Not writing about a teenager doing it with a 40-year-old priest in a confessional. Maybe you should confess, Pam. Can we please stop naming every hot guy in these books Who's all naming him Magnus? That's funny. That's kind of funny. Adding on to the Pam needs help because she's writing stuff like this. Why did she make sure multiple times that we knew that Tinsley, or whatever dumb name that is, had the body of like an 11-year-old girl? Like, she did everything in her power to remind us that she is a child. I do not care if she is 18. It's so weird. And everyone that is like, OMG, this is so hot, jail. Like, if any of us had this situation happen to someone we know at school, you should be calling the cops. Like, we would all be so concerned. That's one of the things I do agree with. Yeah, why do they have to be 40? Like, that one, it is interesting. He's so much older, but Pam likes writing big age gaps, so... I mean, obviously I enjoy it. I love Pam. So that probably won't be the first Pam that shows up because people are really hard on that. That was actually hilarious. Okay. That was funny. And hopefully they were being kind of funny. Shame on the author, or shame on the man who modeled for this. Sorry. That was funny. Okay. Let's pick another one. Let's go with carnal urges. Okay. Let's do carnal urges. Gotta do Daddy Declan here. I haven't showed you guys this yet, but I did just buy, since we're sitting over here, I did actually buy the new covers of the first 2 that are out. And I'm excited to read the bonus content in here. That's super cool. Anyway, sorry for the interruption, but I haven't reread Carnal Urges in a while. I might need to do that. So, Carnal Urges has an average of 4.24, so not too shabby. Out of 50,000 ratings. So people must have liked this one, but I bet some people hated it. Because that's how it goes. 1-star ratings. There is less than 1% 1 stars for this one. That's always interesting too, to see what the percentage is. Okay, let me see. Okay, here's a short one. This is funny. I was intrigued by the ending of the last book, so I decided to go ahead and give this one a chance. I regret my decision. Oh, this is funny. Okay, that one's too long. I don't want to read that. I like finding some shorter ones. Okay, disappointing, as I am a fan of the way Geisinger writes, and I loved book 1, but this chick was ridiculous. Mouthy, arrogant, ballsy, in a completely unrealistic way, and clueless. The fact that all the men are impressed with her is annoying, because she shows absolutely no sense. I set this book down early and hoped that I would get motivated to pick it up again, but then kept finding excuses not to. I guess that was a big clue. I love it. I love that. I'm not gonna lie. I love Sloane, so I agree she's almost too much. So I respect that. I do not like Sloane. Miss Know-It-All. She likes sex, but not boyfriends. I had a hard time with her. So tired of these type of heroines. Everyone thinks she is great and falls in love with her. Ugh. There is nothing cute about her. She is open to anything. The BDSM felt forced. Good luck. The hero is going to need it to handle her. That one's not wrong, though. That one's not wrong. Oh my goodness. This person's review is just DNF. He kidnapped her. Did no one warn you what the book was about? Like, it's a kidnapping book, so yeah. I literally went through 5 stages of grief while reading that sex during the period scene. Girl, how can anyone be so turned on while their stomach feels like being stabbed and twisted? Like, how? Also, when he was down on her when she is on her period, that too on her first day, and had her tampon in, that was not hot, but extremely unhygienic. Not to mention disgusting AF. I couldn't read after that sex scene, and now I am traumatized for life. Thank you. Yeah, I have specific kink videos about period sex, so go ahead, check that out. So, anywho, okay, let's just read one more. And we'll move on because we're only on the second book. I'm sorry, but she was a little too quirky for my liking. And they started sucking face way too early on. Like, come on. The man kidnapped her. I'm not opposed to kidnapping. I mean, duh. But yo, I need him to be just a little more intimidating. DNF for me. I mean, that one was partially respectful. Not too bad. All right, let's go back. We'll pick one more from 2021. Okay, let's see who dared give this a low rating. So this one has a high rating. So I guess this didn't really turn into ones that have low ratings. I'll have changed the title to reacting to 1-star reviews, because that's what this ended up being. I don't know what I thought I was trying to do, but okay, so this one is Real by Kennedy Ryan. Yeah, that came out in 2021. This also has less than 1% 1-star reads. But let's see what people had to say about this masterpiece, okay? How dare they? Most of it bored me, especially the acting scenes between the characters. Okay. I feel I wasted my time reading a story without an ending. Crazy. I don't care enough about the characters to want to know anything else. I'm done. It has an ending. What? This was the only book I brought on a 7-day cruise. Throwing myself overboard was more appealing option, and honestly should have went that route. Okay. Some of these people are perfectly doing these because they want to be trolls, but okay, this is my first Kennedy Ryan read, and I just couldn't get into it. I couldn't vibe with characters, and the storyline was too slow and boring for my liking. Sucks because everyone raves about her work. Maybe I'll have to try another book in the future. All right, fair enough. That one also wasn't too bad. Okay, so those are 3 from 2021. Let us go on to 2022. And again, I will sort by... Oh, how many ratings was that for Kennedy? Let me see. That was out of 13,000 ratings. So there was only 46 1-star ratings for that, by the way. So, you know, it's still pretty beloved. Okay, so... in 2022, I had 18 6-star reads. And the lowest rated one is Does It Hurt by H.G. Carlton. Now, as I said with the previous one, I don't think I would give this one 6 stars a second time around. And in fact, I think in my review here, I even say that when no, I guess I don't. Because I reread this one, right, for my end of the year, and I didn't think it was 6 stars anymore. This one was really a 6-star because of the the surprise of it all for me. I don't read a ton of thrillers. I don't read a ton of not that it was a thriller, but you know. Also, this has a 3.91 out of 200,000 ratings. So That's still not too bad, especially like H.D. Carlton. So this one has a 3% 1-star rating with, there's 6,000 1-stars. So let's check these out. Oh my gosh. Okay, first one. The title literally refers to his dick. I mean, it doesn't only refer to his dick, but yeah. I'm pretty sure one of my videos is Does It Hurt? No, I mean, he's too big is what I usually call it, but maybe the next time I do a he's too big, I should call it Does It Hurt? That would be funny. Okay, I'm sitting here staring at a wall, fully traumatized by what I just read. All right, all right. Let's see. Sorry. It hurts my brain to know this book actually exists. All I know is that Enzo smells like fish 24/7. That's funny. Yes, it does. Reading this hurt. I'm giving that one a like. I'm sorry. That's funny. I mean, it's so obvious, but also it's hilarious at the same time. Okay, let me see if I can find one more for that one. There are some funny ones there. I like that. If the shark ate them all, the book would have been so much better. Sorry, those were all pretty quippy. Those are all pretty funny. And again, I'm not completely sold on that one anymore, so I'm fine with it. Okay, let's go with Resting Witch Face. I'm scared to read 1-star reviews of this one, but let's do it. So this is number 5 in Stay a Spell, and this one has a 4.21 out of almost 10,000 ratings. This was disappointing. I really liked this series, but this book was just boring. Okay, I don't agree with this lady at all. DNF at 56%. So sad. I was looking forward to the sisters HEA, and Ruben was nothing but a red flag. Couldn't take it any longer. He wasn't a red flag, you guys. He's amazing. Let's see. Oh, that's a long one. The writing was a 1.5. Fuck you, whoever that person is. Excuse me. Okay. This one's just 2 paragraphs, but we'll read one that's a bit longer. I've been reading shorter ones. Jules is supposed to be the stronger of the 2, and yet at any opportunity he gets, Ruben undermines her. He is weaker than her, and yet he's going to protect her. Dude, it's the other way around if anything. And then he interrupts her in a business meeting, and she isn't mad because the stupidity thrown around is the problem. Jules is supposed to be a strong woman. In the end, she's written like a brat instead of someone strong. This could have been an interesting dynamic. Instead, it's a pseudo-feminist ridicule of women in power, reinforcing the dynamic where the woman has to stand down, even though she's supposed to be stronger than him. Thank you for nothing. Well, that person has a chip on their shoulder, I would say. Just gonna say that, and we'll move right along. Let's move right along to something else. Let's go with, oh, shit. Let's do it. Let's do Sweet Like Poison, which was one of my favorite books from 2022, right? So this one, of course, has much less ratings because Julia Wolf doesn't get the love that she deserves. So this one has a 4.27 out of almost 3,000 ratings. And let's see, there probably won't be many 1-star. Yeah, there's only a couple, so maybe we'll read a 2-star if we have to, because there's only 23 1-star reviews, which is great. We love to see it. Let's see if anyone even wrote a review too. Okay, so this one, it says this. Here we go. I kind of liked this book until the 3rd act breakup. I couldn't stand Locke's behavior after he broke up with Elena. I didn't think it was cute when he picked her up, carried her wherever he wanted, or dictated what she should wear, but Elena was into that, so I could ignore it. But when he continued doing all that after their breakup, when he pursued her after Elena told him she was hurting, she wanted some space. It infuriated me. It wasn't cute anymore. If my ex tried to manhandle me when I was actively saying no, I'd either kill him or move to another city. You know, that's fair enough. Fair enough. What the hell is this? The whole cat and mouse thing is boring. Also, why is she trying so hard to appear like a bully even though she isn't? I understand she was one, but not anymore, so let go. I kind of hate when they give in and then find ways to destroy everything. If you want a slow burn, start at the beginning, not halfway through. Interesting. And nothing about these characters kept me interested to finish this book. So, DNF there. Those are all the 1-star reviews. So, nothing too horrible. Okay. Oh, snap. Okay. We got some low-rated ones for these for 2023. In 2023, I had 21 6-star books. And again, okay, so the first one that I'll read these from is from Return to Monte Carlo. And this one, I mean, Kate C. Wells is very divisive anyway. I think I've shared that before. Like, you either love what she's doing or you hate it. There is no in between because she really piles it on there. So I'm not surprised that this one has a lower rating, because what you have is you have people, and let me even see this. Let me go down to the ratings. Oops. No, that's not what I asked for. I asked for the ratings. You have people that either rate it high or rate it low. And that's kind of proven here too. So this one has a 3.59 out of 3,000 ratings. And most of them are 4-star ratings. And there are 5% of these are 1-star. So a good amount of these ones are, which again, not surprising. Hers are very divisive. So I really need to resign myself to the fact that while this author works for so many of my Goodreads friends, she isn't for me. This book started out okay, but quickly became a mess. Diane was an idiot. She's young and acts it. I couldn't find any connection between her and Marco, and actually felt uncomfortable at times because she seemed like a naive child. His family was horrible, and while Diane tried to develop a backbone, it came across as bratty. Well, I don't completely agree with that, because there's just a lot to this. Here's one though so this book, I didn't keep at a 6-star when I reread it, but I always keep it on my 6-star list. So that's why, like, I will have a bit of, like, understanding of these. And this review, I will comment in a moment. There was no groveling at all from Marco, and nothing really happens in the book apart from some bitchy in-laws. Diane just went straight back after he found her, and his behavior never changed for the reason why she left him in the first place. Well, 2 things. One, I do think we need more groveling, because one of the things that, like, makes Kate C. Wells so, like, beloved by people is often the groveling that she has the heroes do. But this was a pretty short book. Like, it was almost novella length, so I do understand that part. Also, she doesn't just go straight back just because. He threatens her and threatens her whole family if she won't come back and have the baby at his home. So that's part of the darkness of it. Is like, are you going to come back and be my wife willingly, or am I forcing you to do it? So to say, like, she just went right back, like, no, he forced her to do it. Oh my word, this one's called Bad Kate Bad. I don't even know what I've just read, but it's truly awful. Both the MCs absolutely suck, and I don't know what either sees in the other outside of their shared love for rough sex. All the whining and whinging and not communicating with one another. I haven't read any Harlequins from the 80s, so I can't speak to this supposed influence, but all I can say is that I really, really did not like it. Yeah, this one was kind of inspired by telenovelas and early Harlequins, but whatever. All right, now we are up to 2024, and as you will know, I had 14 books that were 6 stars, and I think this will be pretty interesting. Yeah, we'll read all these 3. So Love Contract, Sovereign, and Unsteady have the lowest ratings, and Love Contract has a 3.82 out of almost 8,000 ratings. But still only 1% of them are. This one mostly ended up at below a 3 because most of the ratings are a 4-star. So that means it's not going to be up as high here. So the misogyny is so embarrassing. Immediately DNF. Girl, get up. Wow, that's great. Okay, silly. This book has grammatical errors and little substance. The characters were cheesy and missing in any sort of depth, making it difficult to comprehend the dynamics at times. It felt like this was written to rush and to meet a quota. Ouch. Wow. Okay. Here we go. Here's another one. Forgivable, a doormat FMC. Unforgivable, a misogynistic comments by the FMC. Author needs to do something about the internalized misogyny. Learn a couple more things about what feminism actually is too, perhaps. Wow. Oh. There are rushed endings, and then there's this book. Sheesh. Wow. Ouch. There is a ton of stuff about misogyny in here, so we'll just move along with this one. But, yep, not everyone's going to be a fan. Okay, let's do Sovereign. I know this will have some interesting ones, because I actually think I have read a few of the Sovereign ones. But, man, I love Sovereign so much. So, Sovereign has a 3.91 out of 23,000 ratings. And let's see one from here. Okay, this one says, she's not on birth control and I can smell that she's ovulating. This is where I should have drawn the line. And then, I'm sick of that fucking painted mare. Which you'll know if you read it. There is a... she has a little wooden carved painted mare that she carries everywhere. All right. Oh, this one's going to be funny. Okay, this will be a funny one. This book has it all. Cowboys, BDSM, hitmen, horses, him knowing when she's ovulating just by smelling her, me going insane. I will probably not be moving forward with the other books, and peace and blessings to you all. Oh, I just love it. I love to see it. Let me see. What's another one? Oh, just this tagline. If you want an abusive dom sub porno, this is for you. I don't think it was abusive. Like, he literally gives her all of her, like, rights and everything. So, whatever. It was so bad, I want to give you a 0, but that's not possible. So I give you a 1. Pretty sure that's a TikTok thing. This is like a really badly written fanfic. The comparison to Yellowstone really made me read this book, and that's just not even close. This book was really no plot. A mysterious man who wasn't actually that mysterious. He's just psycho and incredibly selfish, and dialogue and phrases that are repeated so much I lost count of how many times I rolled my eyes. I know it's nonfiction, but this story is so unbelievable that it's hard to even read. I read Her Pupils Were Blown one more time. I'm not sure the author actually knows what it means. Overall, it's a big no for me. Well then. All right, one last. Let's go with Unsteady, which this one partially has a lower rating because it's been read quite a bit. So Unsteady has 47,000 ratings with an average of 3.91, with, again, only 1% 1 star, so that's great. All I ask for is a hockey player and figure skater book that doesn't make me want to poke my eyes out. Could not stop rolling my eyes. Ouch, people. Ouch. Sadie drove me nuts, and I needed a bit more foundation before they kissed. Okay, this one I actually have some stuff to say because I don't think so. That, to me, is very wrong because the, like, almost from, like, page 5, his adoration and obsession for her start to build, and the way that he wants to take care of her because she has helped him in a vulnerable moment, and he's actually the one who holds off on anything physical because he knows once they have something physical they won't have anything else, and he wants to take his time to build up more than that. So yeah, I don't agree with that at all. So Sadie is just so mean to Reese when he did nothing but support her, but she will shut her mouth when the dad was abusing all of them for years. Also, the author tried to push too many tropes in this book, and it was just messy. Yeah. Sadie is insufferable. I have read Wattpad books better than this, and they were free. Oh, wow. Okay, that's enough of... I mean, I guess it wasn't horrible torture because I laughed a lot of the way through this book, but I don't quite know what I expected this video to be. I hope it was entertaining to you. I see part of the reason to do it this way is that it's tough for me to do the video where I do like reacting to 5-star ratings of book that I didn't like because I don't have a ton of those. But maybe in another time too, I will do the list where I recommend the books that are that. But that's kind of why I picked the 6-star books, because you guys know I already recommend all of those. So it felt weird for me to make that video with this when I've already talked about all those. I don't know. But let me know if you like this, if you'd want to see another one. We can do something along those lines. I don't know. I want to try different stuff sometimes, and sometimes it hits and sometimes it doesn't. But thank you to my channel members for sponsoring this video anyway. It was nice to, use my brain in a different way and write a bit more of a chill video. I hope that the lighting and the sound was okay for you guys. I just wanted to, like I said, mix it up a bit today. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you're having a great week, and we'll see you next time. Bye.